morning, everyone. My name is Penny. Today, I would like to talk to you about behaviorally mediated predation avoidance in penguin prey, in situ evidence from animal-borne camera loggers. And the picture on the right here is Behaviourally popular. It's the penguin that I will talk about in this study. And from now on, I will just call it penguin. And I know this title is not easy to understand as you first saw it. Basically, it's talking about relationship between predator and prey. And in this picture, lion is a predator and zebra is a prey. To study predator and prey relationship in the oceans, we face many difficulties. First, we can sample both predator and prey because it's just logistically and financially difficult. And second, we can observe direct interaction between predator and prey because it's underwater. And the common way that we study about predator and prey is to find out prey availability within the predator's home range. And through this approach, we only can get limited knowledge because we ignore the behavioral adaptation of predator and prey. And that is where animal-borne camera loggers come in. That gives us the direct observation between predator and prey. This is animal-borne camera logger. The word borne means to carry, and logger is a device that records. And in my talking today, I hope to convince you that behavior of prey affects predators' behavior. And where does the study take place? We choose the penguin in Falkland Islands here, and it's next to Argentina. And this is the route of penguins. Let's take a look at the left picture here. This star means the colony that we studied, and we can ignore the yellow line, just focus on the blue line. This is the pet that the penguin find their food. And this is the other colony. And we can both see in these pictures that they depart and return from the single location. And the distance between the colony that we studied and the shoreline is over 500 meters, so that we can capture the penguins and without disturbing the colony. And who do we target? We target the penguin that has to take care of their kids because that means they will come back. And the sign we are looking for are blue patch and dirty feathers. Dirty feathers usually mean that it has been sitting on the nest. And blue patch here is a part of the skin that has no feather, so that the penguin can transfer its heat to its eggs. And how do we conduct this research? We capture the penguin and we mark them with temporary waterproof green wax marker, and we place devices on them. One of the devices is time depth recorder. It records water temperature, the swimming speed of penguin, and the water depth of where the penguin is. And another is GPS logger, so that we can know where the penguin has been to. And the other is waterproof camera. It allows us to record the behavior between predator and prey. The penguin usually depart their colony to find food between 5 o'clock to 7 o'clock in the morning. And we watch the exit point till 11 o'clock at night daily. And after we recapture the penguins, we remove devices and we weigh them and we measure bell length and bell depth. This is the bell length of penguin, and this is the bell depth of penguin. And what do we want to know? We want to observe the behavior between predator and prey. This is lobster krill. This is the main food that penguin eats. And this is lobster krill swarm. Swarm means school, so it means a lot of lobster krill. And to study animal behavior, we need to have clear the definition. Here we define loose swarm of lobster krill as there is obvious space between prey and where we can see through the swarm during the entire period of penguin's approach. And the tight swarm of lobster krill is the opposite of it. And this is a tight swarm, and this is a loose swarm. And the other thing we need to define is APC, attentive prey capture. It defined as clearly distinguished movements of a penguin actively raising and striking its head towards the prey until its head returns to a neutral position. Neutral means normal. And this is the data we get. This is where the penguins are at. And this is the number of attentive prey capture and its percentage. And we can find out that through this data, penguins hardly feed on prey at the surface here. It's all 0. And the next, penguins primarily feed on prey when their heads are up or ascending. Let's take a look at this upper chart. The penguins are at the seafloor with their head down or head up. And we can clearly see that the penguins are likely to feed on prey when their heads are up. And the same rule can be applied to the bottom chart. And descend here means to go down, and ascend means to go up. So we can see that the penguins are likely to feed on the prey when they are ascending. And the reason because lobster krill defend themselves. This is a lobster krill as a penguin head towards it. And we can see it opens its pincers. That means it's in a defensive position. This is a pincer. And this is the penguin attacked by lobster krill. And the penguin feeds on the prey with its head up. It means it attacks the prey from below. So you can imagine, if you want to attack someone, you want to be quick and you don't want them to have time to change their position to defensive position. So the best way is to attack from the back, like this. And it is the same idea between the lobster krill and the penguin, because lobster krill may attack penguin. So the best way penguin to capture the krill is to attack from the back. And through the video, we observed that penguin usually feed on the outer edge of the loose swarm. It's loose swarm. And they don't feed on the tight swarm. The advantage of lobster krill to aggregate tightly is to create visual barrier that confuse the predator, so they can single them out. And these are these are the lobster krill's two anti-predator tactics. That is, active defense and group formation. And these two tactics definitely change predators' behavior in order to react to them correspondingly. So we know behavior of prey does affect predators' behavior, and it must be considered when you are studying about relationship between predator and prey. And this is my resource. And this is my end of talking. Thank you for your attention.
Okay, 11 minutes. So Q&A now. Jake. Ken. Is that right? Ken? Kenneth? Ken. Okay. Becky. Vanessa. Claire. Not here, right? Paul. Okay, starting with Jake.
Because of your main idea of this topic, the prey's behavior will affect the predator's behavior, right?
Yes.
But I mean, this kind of change must have a control group, because if you want to do this this experiment, you must have some penguins will not affected by the lobster, but some will. Can you get my point?
No. Can you say it again?
Because you talk about the prey's behavior will affect the predator, but you must think there may be something prey would not affect the predator. So you need to get this point to convince us or me. This is my comment, not a question. Okay.
You get the point?
You mean they might have some individuals that won't be affected by prey's behavior?
No, I think that you said about affect, but maybe the head up or ascending just the natural behavior of the penguin. So they are not affected by the prey.
Let me go on. I think maybe one way of perceive a question would be, for example, do you have any number saying what's the percentage of penguin affected by the pincer or defensive position of the lobster krill? What's the percentage? Do you have that data?
I don't have that data, but I have this data, and you can clearly see that descending at 43.3, and no, ascending and descending just 1.3. So I think in a big view that you can deny it that ascending they capture more prey up ascending.
Okay, next. Kim.
So your prey behavior just one way to add affect the penguin behavior. So you should say they attack the penguin, right?
Yes.
So just the one way to defend the penguin's behavior.
Yes.
What's his question? Repeat.
Your question is, the stop circle has another way to attack penguin.
Not attack.
Threat.
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 Threat. I didn't know about that.
You didn't know about that. Okay. Jackie.
I want to know how should you measure the penguin's mouth length? Why? Yes, this one.
We measure the bell length and the bell depth, so we can see through the videos that we can measure and compare the prey's size to its bill size, so we can know how big or how small the prey is.
Vanessa.
I want to ask, which range do you mean the surface?
I didn't have the accurate number, but I think above 50 meters in surface.
Paul.
What penguin have to choose?
Centimeter or meter? 50? You sure?
1 meter, 1 meter.
What kind of the penguin have to choose in this paper?
This Pygoscelis papia. You can call it Gen 2 penguin. It's a normal name of it.
Volunteer question, Andy. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have time. Let's see, we have time.
Can you?
What's your name?
Jackie.
Okay.
Can you go back to the daily routine slides? The slides of daily the routine.
Okay.
I want to know whether this routine has sexual difference.
What do you mean?
I mean, some animals have different routine about their sex. Like female animals may want to protect their child, so they won't go so far, but the male will go everywhere to hunt or so on.
And in this study, we just want to know the path of its range. So we didn't identify which one is male or which one is female.
Who is second? You? Okay, what's your name? Sorry?
My name is Jun.
Jun. Jun, okay.
I am disabled for evidence that proves that the device on the head of penguin won't affect the behavior of the individuals or between the individuals that place the camera on the head and with between I think in the community interviews. Will that be okay?
No, I think you mean tag effect, that you put device on them and it will affect their movement or what. But in this kind of penguin, they didn't actively pursue their prey often. They didn't pursue their prey, so that might be not a problem to their movement.
Third?
When the penguin become a prey, how do they will have another behavior performance?
I don't know for sure, but I think yes.
Okay. Who's the last one? What's the name?
Austin.
Okay.
I just wondered the camera on the pancreas head, and is that will cause the effect on interfere pancreas behavior?
That's similar to Jean's question. Similar to Jean's question. To this question.
And then the devices, these 3 devices, the total weight is 170 kilograms.
Gram.
No, grams. 170 grams. And it's only accounted for 2.7% for the pancreas mass. So I think it won't be a problem.
All right, my turn. So this talk uses several advanced skills. So first of course, you have noticed that it's again another image rich. And I think you would agree with me that it's a very easy to follow presentation. I think most of you know what she's talking about. And this is because in many cases, she explained difficult terms. For example, at the very beginning, she already explained what is predator and prey relationship with the figure. That's worth 1,000 words. So that when you look at this picture, you already know what she's talking about. And she also talked about what is animal-borne, what does born mean, etc., etc. So this is a very good example that you take 5 seconds to explain a term, and then everybody understands you. And then, very often her headers are very informative, although a little bit too long. It would be good to condense to one sentence. Very often you do not need a complete sentence. You just need to say the key phrase, okay? And of course, to be picky, this is a very good talk, so I can be picky. Like this is barely used in English. That means about in English. About 5 grams, for example, then we use this. So maybe you should use a question mark, okay? And then, and also she also used this advanced skill that I hope to convince you what's the real scientific question. So, and then she said, this is her main conclusion, and then at the end, she also go back to her main conclusion, so that you will have the feeling that, okay, there's an echo in this, or coherence in this talk. Okay. And also her keywords are always color-coded, especially when she used long sentence. Then when she did that, then we know, okay, if I don't have limited time, which words to look at. And at some point, she also humanized, like a attack from the back, etc. Okay. So right now, if I'm to say what can be improved, then I think the only comments I have for you is you didn't look at the audience very often, except at the QA. So I think most of the time you are really looking at your slides. But I guess next time when you are more familiar with everything, you can talk in a more relaxed way and look at it. That would be even better. Okay? But overall, it's a very good talk, so let's thank Penny. So we come back.